Good morning, I'm Glenn of Gold Crusher Marketing, and today I want to talk about time management, time freedom, the opportunity cost of time. So, I used to work at a big box retail store, and customers would come in, and they'd say, well, this was, I'm here because you have this item on clearance. It's like $10 cheaper here than it is at the store I was just at. And these stores would be, 25 to 30 minutes away, sometimes even further. And what they're basically saying is, half an hour of my life is only worth $10. How scary is that? They value their life so little. They don't think, oh my gosh, I'm never going to get those 30 minutes of my life back. Would you pay only 30 minutes of your life to get $10? I don't know. That is kind of what we do with our jobs, and that's one of the reasons why we're all trying to work towards financial freedom, so that we're not just working we're only making, a fixed amount of time, a fixed amount of money for the fixed amount of time we can put in. We're trying to make passive residual income. Yes, we have to put a lot of time in up front, but once we get that wheel spinning, we start making money in the background without having to be there. That's what this is all about. That's the financial freedom, and financial freedom is great. And I know some of you have that already, and so now you want time freedom. Or maybe you're just getting a little comfortable. And then some of you, of course, I understand. There's those times where, $10 makes a huge difference. You have a little, maybe more time than you have money, and so if you don't get that $10 discount, you're not going to make your bills. Another reason why we're trying to get out of this rat race and work for ourselves, develop our businesses. I used to have a mindset of always trying to save money in a way that was making me poor, and I didn't even realize it. I used to grocery shop at 3 stores just to get the best deal on different organic produce. And so I was going Trader Joe's and Whole Foods and one other place, and those are complete different sides of town. And I was losing so much time, and I was stressed and I was frustrated, and I wouldn't get home until late, and I'd be crabby with the kids, and I can't do that anymore. And so I've realized I just got to go to one and maybe a second place later on if I've got time and it's on the way, but otherwise I'm going to go do most of my shopping in one place. Doesn't matter if I save a few dollars here and there, because I'm saving time going to only one place. And that matters. The other thing is, you got to have systems in place. If you want time freedom, you have to free up your time and steal it back. And so there's a lot of obvious places where you might be losing time, like staying up late and being unproductive. Maybe you think you're working on your business, but you're just tired and running through the motions and trolling Facebook or binge watching some shows. Nothing wrong with that in moderation, but we know how it goes. You get sucked in and suddenly everything that's important to you falls to the wayside, because the next day you're exhausted and you don't want to work on the thing you know you need to do to move your business forward. Sorry, getting up on my soapbox. That was mostly for me, because I've been there. And so, let's say you got a goal of going to the gym. You have to have a system in place or you won't do it. If you wait until you feel like it to change, says Mel Robbins, you will never change, because you will never feel like it. That hit me hard when I heard that. Because there's so many times when you're inspired, but then the inspiration runs out, and then you just don't feel like it. You won't do something that you want to do, you need to do, but you're going to do the easy thing instead. So I wanted to go to the gym regularly. About 2 years I started doing this, 2 years ago. I didn't want to be 120 pounds and scrawny anymore. I wanted to be fit, I wanted to be muscular, and so I had a goal of putting on 15 to 25 pounds of lean muscle, which meant I had to go to the gym consistently. So the system I put in place was having my gym clothes and everything pre-packed in my gym bag at the foot of my bed, and my gym shoes right next to them. And I would sometimes even sleep in my gym clothes, clean gym clothes, of course. And then when I lost the ability to go in the morning, because I now have to take the kids to school every day, I had to figure out a new time. So I started going during my lunch hour at work. Luckily, we have a shower at work, because, man, my gym locker room smells like a turd farted on a stick of Old Spice. Sorry for that nasty visual, but that's what it smells like in there. And so having that work shower is much more efficient, very helpful. I know that's not going to be your situation all the time, but take advantage where you can. So you also want to have systems in place for automating things like your finances. I have 2 different accounts I use. my direct deposits go into. One has a fixed amount, and it's the exact amount of all of my bills, and no more, no less, except for, well, a little bit for savings, and it automatically goes into a savings account, whatever's left. And all of my bills are set to auto pay. I don't write checks. I don't do any of that. I don't even have to watch that account because the amount is always the same that goes into it, and the amount is always the same that goes out of it. I don't have to think about it. Then in my other account, what's left, that's for the things that are a little bit more flexible. Things like maybe you need money for clothes and gifts, gas money that might fluctuate, things like that. In a few weeks, I'm going to be talking about some more systems you can put in place in your life, things that you can do to automate your business, things that you can do to help train your team, to onboard members, systems that you can have in place that can save you time so you can invest in yourself and other people. Because if you're not investing in them, you won't grow the way you need to grow. If you're not investing in yourself, you're definitely not going to grow the way you need to grow. And even if you do, I know a lot of us got into our businesses because we want to help our families, and we put our families first. We invest in them, but we don't invest in ourselves. You have to invest in yourself. Because if you do manage to stumble upon success, and you don't have systems in place to become the kind of person you need to be, you're not going to be able to maintain it. And you're not going to be able to handle it. Right now I have a regular system in place where I get up at 5:30 in the morning. I journal, I exercise, I visualize what I'm going to do for the day. I have some very specific affirmations. We're not talking about pie in the sky, money comes to me, I'm a money magnet, I have $1 million in my bank account and it's just going to come to me. No, you have to work. You have to have specific affirmations like, as I put effort into my business, massive action, and add value to the lives of other people, I will create a path to financial freedom and show my children the importance of living up to their full potential. Those are good affirmations. I journal, I might jog, do yoga, have my smoothie, have a little bit of time of meditation, silence, and prayer. All of these things before I even check one email, before I check my texts, my messages. In fact, during that time, I don't do any of that. I might put some work into my business, I'll do some planning. That is a system I have in place because that is what successful CEOs do. And so, if I want to get to that point, I have to have that system now so that I can be more productive and get to that point. But also, once I'm at that point, that'll just be part of my routine. It'll come naturally, it'll just flow. Alright, I'm done ranting and raving.